As the night went on, Ella woke up many times. After waking up, she lay there on her bed and stared at the ceiling. Then she fell into a light sleep. The cycle continued all night. Finally, when the morning came, an idea came to Ella. Ella thought, I will make a shopping list. Then when Mum and Dad go to town, then we can all run away. We can sell my hair and make a good living as Mum and Dad have. I need to get up and get the day started so we can run away. She laid in bed for a moment. Ella could not wait to share this idea with her siblings. Therefore, she got up earlier than usual. She quickly took a shower. She went to the kitchen to make a shopping list. Ella tried to think of anything they would need. She wrote down hand soap, tablecloth, green tea, bread, and bananas. She stopped for a moment and tried to think of something else the family needed. Ella thought, they will not go to the store unless I add something to the list that causes my hair to grow. I need to add milk to the list, but I cannot unless we run out. Then Ella got an idea. She thought, Mum believes milk makes my hair grow faster, so Ella poured out lots of milk so she could add it to the list. She poured herself the last cup. Once the milk was poured out, she added milk to the list. Ella felt nervous but also clever for doing this. Ella had to tell herself it was for the best. You have to do this. Ella put the list in her mother's purse. Then she started to get herself breakfast. She started boiling water to make her oatmeal. Ella thought, I eat lots of oatmeal because that is what Mum and Dad want. It is a good thing, I like it. Once she was finished making her oatmeal, she poured the oatmeal onto a plate. She washed some blueberries like her parents wanted her to. Then she put the blueberries in her oatmeal like she was supposed to. She added a little sugar and cinnamon to her oatmeal before she sat down and ate. Soon the rest of the family was awake and doing their normal everyday routines. Ella went to the bathroom to wait for her mother to wash her hair. Ella's mother went to the bathroom to wash her daughter's hair with rice water. She said, Ella, have you had your daily cup of milk? Ella said, yes, but we are out of milk. I had the last of it. And she said, we have to go shopping today. Ella smiled on the inside and thought, yes, her plan worked. Ella's mother finished Ella's hair routine. Then she went to go speak to her husband. Upon finding him, she said, we have to go to the store today. We are out of milk. Therefore, he said, okay, let's get ready. As the parents were getting ready, Ella ran to her room. She said, "Girls, go to the TV room and wait there. After Mum and Dad leave, I will have a surprise for you." The girls ran to the TV room, thinking the surprise was going to be very different from what Ella had in mind. After the girls left, Ella began to pack. Ella's plan began to fall into place, just like she wanted. After their parents were gone, the younger girls returned to their room. Before they reached Ella, they said out of sync, "What is the surprise?" Ella continued packing as she said, "I will tell you after someone goes and gets Baim." They all stopped in their tracks. Then Lilith walked to Baim's room. She knocked on the door. Then he said yes. Lilith said, "Come to us girls' room." He followed not too long behind her. Once Lilith and Baim were present, Ella told them what had happened last night. Daisy began to cry upon hearing that Dad wanted to get rid of her because of her hair colour. Baim said, "No way." The other two girls were horrified to hear this. Baim was concerned, so he said, "How will we make money if we run away?" Ella said, "We will do what Mum and Dad do." Daisy and Lilith did not understand. However, Rebecca and Baim knew what she was going to say. Ella finished her statement with, "We will cut and sell my hair." The younger sisters to Ella began to pack their bags too. Ella went to the bathroom to get the last cut of her hair that her parents did not sell yet. While her hair was in her hand, she thought, "I am actually the provider of the family. I cannot ever remember Mum and Dad ever fucking working. I wonder how much they get for my hair." She stared at the bag for a few seconds. Then she took it to her room. She put it in her bag. Once they were all packed, Ella looked at Baim and said, "Are we going to walk?" He said, "Dad has made me drive him around this huge property, so I do know how to drive." And Baim went to go get the car. Ella and her stuff sat outside while the younger girls stayed with their bags in the home. Ella was a little scared about having Baim drive. However, they were in a crunch and needed to hurry. Baim got the van out of the garage, which his sisters were impressed with. The homeschoolers threw their bags into the van their parents owned. Then the girls all got into the van. Once they were in, they began to drive off. Daisy was still pretty young, so the story her older sister shared left her mind for a while. However, she was still emotionally scarred by it. Daisy was still pretty young, so the story her older sister shared left her mind for a while. However, she was still emotionally scarred by it. and she came up with an idea. She thought we could drive into the woods. If we run out of gas, we can just live out there. She said, let's go into the woods. If we run out of gas, we can just live out there. He said, okay. Baim turned into the first set of woods he found. Ella looked through the window at the trees going by them. This made it feel so real. They were truly running away. Ella was anxious yet excited. Ella looked to the back to see how the girls were doing. They were playing. Ella thought, it appears that they do not truly understand that they are never going home again. Ella thought about telling them they were never going home. However, she did not when she thought, if I get them to fully understand what is going on, they may become restless. They might try to run back home. After those thoughts, she continued to stare out the window at the trees. Ella looked to the back, and the girls were doing fine. She looked out the window and thought, well, they are behaving well. After a while they stopped, then they prayed and then ate some of the food they took with them. Once they were finished eating, they continued to drive into the woods. They saw many trees flying by the windows. Ella sat in the car and thought, we could have been a normal family if my dumb ass was never born. My gold hair has ruined my family. Why does Daisy have to suffer because I am a stupid fucking bitch? I have suffered in some ways for having stupid hair. I never got to play outside in the snow until this year. Mum and Dad never took me to the store, so when I got money for a holiday, Mum and Dad made Rebecca spend it for me. I never got to spend it on what I wanted to spend it on. Rebecca was good at picking stuff out for me, but my gold hair caused me to be trapped in my house. I am such a cunt. Her negative thoughts continued. I wish I would have died years ago. I caused Daisy to be scared for life. Now we have to grow up without parents because I have stupid genetics. Ella felt like harming herself. However, she could not do much in the car in front of her younger siblings. Ella thought, thank goodness for Baim. I have no idea how to drive a car. Thank goodness he knows how to. Why does Daisy have to suffer because I am a stupid fucking bitch? I have suffered in some ways for having stupid hair. I never got to play outside in the snow until this year. Ella really wanted to hurt herself. However, she could not ask Baim to stop the car because they needed to get away from their selfish parents. Ella wanted to cry because all of these bad things were her fault. Ella felt like suicide would fix all her problems. Then she thought, I need to stay alive so I can sell my hair and provide for all these kids. Soon night came. They stopped the car and said their prayers, and they slept in it. It was not comfortable, but they had no choice but to sleep in the car. Why does Daisy have to suffer? Because I am a stupid fucking bitch. I have suffered in some ways for having stupid hair. I never got to play outside in the snow until this year.